Game, set, match.
Welcome to your daily serve of M&Ms.
I am Maria.
I'm Michael.
I was about to say I'm Michael, but I almost messed up.
Oh, goodness.
Almost tragic.
This is what I have to put up with every day. Don't worry, I do the same thing sometimes. It's like, like waking up in the morning and then, you're like,
What are you
know,
trying to say?
I don't know. So, like sometimes you'd be like, oh, hey, I love you and all that. And I'm just like, I'm like, and I'm ready
He's
to...
like,
I'm ready to be like, like, because you say, like, I love you, but I'm also ready to, like, say, like, oh, you're amazing, and, and then, but I get kind of caught up, and I'm like, I am amazing.
That was bad. Yeah, it's like last night, you're so tired, I asked you, do you want me to turn the light off? And you said nothing back.
And I'm just like...
You were dead.
I really was. I didn't even realise how dead I was. Like, sometimes, do you, our audience, as well as you, Bib, do you, like, I just, sometimes, I don't feel tired, but the instant I, like, hit the, 2 or 3 degrees from horizontal, I'm just gone.
Oh, I have too many things to think about to do that. Too many things to think about, too many things to worry about. I have too many things on my to-do list.
I know,
I never finish it.
You've had a busy week. Actually, we've both had a pretty busy week. And so, yeah, we're currently doing this in the comfort of the comfortable squishy couch.
You don't have to do it like that anyway.
Squishy, squeaky couch.
So.
And yeah, it's been a busy week. We both haven't really watched any sports. We've really just been doing sports.
It's not really been much sport anyways.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? It's been a bit slow.
Yeah, there's
a lot more just like, updates than
I know, there's
news.
been a lot of news. And I think because of that, we've noticed we've kind of done a lot of news lately. So we do intend to bring some new segments into the coming weeks.
Yep.
We've been having these discussions about it. And obviously just with this week being so... Fuck off busy.
And just not really much interesting.
Yeah.
Not much interesting news.
No, I'm just saying, the fact that we've been so busy, we haven't really been able to, like, really commit to the segments that we want to implement into this podcast.
Anyways, let's get into the podcast. Fair?
Yeah, well, anyways, we're also drinking. Well, at least I am.
You are. I have my Pepsi.
Yeah, I know.
Because I have training in the morning.
I had to watch fucking Dance Mums.
It's hilarious.
It really is funny.
It's so stupid.
I know.
It's like so entertaining.
Yeah. So anyways,
at the same time, it's cringe at the same time.
I can only watch it when I'm like fucking pissed.
It's that cringe, but also entertaining.
Yeah, it really is.
So I'm just like, some of the arguments. I'm just like, why? This is just this situation that you think is happening is made up in your head right now.
Just all those mums. Just shut the fuck up and let the coach do her fucking job.
Honestly, yeah. All of the issues, there would be no issues if they just did that. Anyways, so let's get into the podcast.
Let's do some sports.
I'm going to start with something kind of sad. So it's been a year since Shane Warne has died.
What, today? The 10th of March?
No. Like earlier this week.
Okay. Because I think, fair enough. I vaguely remember it being the 6th. Does that sound right? The 6th of March?
So, yeah. Anyways, and I'm just like, he has such a good cricket brain. Right? And I'm just like, it's hard. He really loves the game. You know what I'm saying? He has a big passion for it. Can't say the same thing for, like, Tomek. He hates the sport. It's definitely very nice. Anyway, but, yeah, do you know what I'm saying? It's just like, oh no, it's really sad. It's so abrupt too, and it's like close to my father's age. Do you know what I'm saying? It's just like, it's a very rude awakening.
Yeah.
Almost.
No, I get you. So, yeah. I don't know what to say. It's not my thing. I don't really...
I know, but no, it's really sad. It's very,
Yeah.
Yeah, that the Shane Warne stand now at the MCG.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then, Simmons is coming up as well, isn't he?
Who?
Oh, Simmons.
Simons.
Simons, that's it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I get confused too. I call it Simmons. I'm just like,
Yeah.
no, it's Simons.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be coming up about. I think he died.
It was late March, wasn't it? I think.
Yeah, I think it was like a month or so.
Yeah, something like that. Anyways.
That was tragic. That was because of a car crash.
Yeah. Mm.
But yeah. And then to other cricket news. I don't know how to transition.
I need to just get wasted at this point.
In other cricket news, Australia's doing well in the 4th test in India. So we got all out for 488, which is the highest score so far. Like, honestly. We're currently leading by 444 runs. India is 0-4-36. No, we have, I think Green has a century from memory. Khawaja got 180. Cameron Green got 140.
114 it says.
114, sorry. Alex Carey got out for a duck slack. And
I actually like how that cricket app actually has like ducks printed on it as well.
Yeah, no, it's great. Love it. That's great. Yeah, so we're actually doing well this test. So yeah, that's actually
Boring news.
No. It's definitely like we've gone better as the series has gone on, which is good to see. It's not just all bad, which is good.
Yeah, I've got nothing to add.
Yeah, of course you don't.
I didn't watch any of it. I wasn't that impressed.
I didn't watch any of it either because I really didn't want to.
Actually, all I remember was
just me
watching it. No. I remember watching it with your dad, and all I really remember was your dad was going, "That's not fucking it. That's."
He gets into it.
I know.
And George is just like...
And your dad's like, oh, you can, he's going, oh, you can fit a truck between the fucking ball and the fucking bat.
He says so many... so many... But, like, he always uses the same lines.
Yeah.
Right? And it's just like, I have, like, known him all my life, right? Ironically. And then it's like, it's just, like, every time, like, even, like, to go to the AFL, and it's like, the next goal is important.
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh, you say this every single time, every single season, every single match. Like, come on, I'm sick of it. Come up with something new.
Yeah, really.
Honestly, and then it's like, something so stupid. And it's like, oh, you need the next goal. And next goal wins the match. I'm just like, damn, come on.
I know. It's like there's a whole philosophy behind it. Just, I don't know. I kind of like if, just say it straight, It's like, like if your team's down, it's just like, if we don't fucking, pull a thumb out of our asses, well, we're fucked, sort of shit,
Yeah, but like that's just the most obvious shit, right? It's just
yeah,
like,
I know.
We need more goals. Like, oh really? I mean, the aim of this is to kick goals? I never knew.
Yeah.
Never knew.
Wait. You're telling me it's not like golf. You're actually telling me the highest score wins.
Yeah, right? Yeah, no.
Oh,
like,
shit.
I love him, but like I'm just like, he says he recycles the same shit. And it's the same with jokes, right? So like, he might have told you a joke for the first time, but I've heard it like 50,000 times.
Oh, no.
I'm just saying, okay.
I know. He literally told me like the same, like 5 jokes over one weekend, I think.
Yeah, no, he does that. And I'm just like, Dad, I'm sick of this. It's like, well, I haven't told them. I was like, yeah, but it's annoying. Anyway, this is not a dad roasting session.
Yeah, I know.
So in squash news, PSA World Tour passes 1 million followers on social media.
Okay.
Which is nice. So it is a part of a 11 increase in followers compared to this time last year. Which is nice.
Nice,
So it's actually kind of growing a bit, which is good.
Yeah, and it's all because of this podcast, right?
Yeah, we're very... Yeah, thank you. You're welcome. That's so stupid.
Yeah, I like that. I like hearing that. I think I don't know. Again, my whole philosophy on what's a sport, what's not a sport. Did I just say that properly?
I don't even know.
Let me have another drink so I can, mumble my words.
But yeah, it's good to see that squash is growing globally. It just needs to grow more in Australia.
Yeah, and I think... I don't know.
I'm just eating chips, by the way, so if you hear something, a crunch, I'm just eating.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm not really... Fucking hell. Oh, yeah, look, I don't know. I feel like... Honestly, I just think
we need more Rexes in the world, right? We just need...
Yeah, pretty much.
In every state.
Yeah, for sure.
Every city.
Yeah. Rex, if you're listening, we'll get you on the podcast some point, mate.
Yeah. We need to.
Yeah. I know. Be a good chat. But, yeah, I'm not really sure what needs to happen, but, I kind of wish I knew how a lot of sports grow. Do you know what I mean? Like, from their origins. Do you know what I mean? And how
I feel like squash was really popular, and then other indoor sports started to be created, like indoor cricket, indoor soccer, stuff like that.
Quite likely,
basketball. Because Dad lived through that era, right? When squash was popular, and then when squash became unpopular, and then one of the things was that other indoor sports came, so like squash had more competition.
Yeah, I know, but you don't really get that anywhere else. Like, the USA wouldn't get that. Like, we don't have... They don't have indoor cricket, right? So...
They have other indoor sports, like, basketball.
Yeah,
and probably in soccer. Do you know what I'm saying? But, like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like you need to make it more accessible, because
Well, how much more... It's squash. It's got a fucking roof on it.
Okay, but it's like, it's not really public. It's more... Squash courts are more privatised, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know what I'm saying? It's not really available to the public.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of one of those things where... unless, like, you working at the desk or something, you're there during those hours and someone walks in, you don't really get to... Yeah, I know what you're saying. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like if it's more public, then I feel like instead of being privatized, I feel like it might be...
I know.
But you also need to think about the resources. So many squash courts have closed down that, like, there's not really many courts to go to anymore. Sometimes you have to travel. Like, the closest courts to Bacchus Marshes are the Ballarat or Melton. Like, do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's like, it's not even close.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, no, so like, you have to think about those
Bacchus
situations.
Marsh to Melton's not... Like, if you...
Like 20 minutes?
If it is your... Oh, bitch, we did it in, like, a good 10 at least.
10? Did we?
Yeah.
Yeah, but, like, do you know what I'm saying? It's like, do you know, it's not... There's not really any close squash courts anymore. Like, there used to be squash courts behind my grandmother's place.
But, like, if you lived in, like, say, Wang, right? Like, Wangaratta. I don't know what your closest squash... no, there's squash courts in Wang. What am I talking about? Alright, let's choose something a bit more... like, I don't know... Yay, right? I'm pretty sure Yay does not have a squash court around. And Yay, if you don't know where the fuck that is, it's out in the middle of fucking nowhere, right? Mm-hmm. I reckon, does Lilydale have a squash court?
Yep.
Yep, that's probably the closest to Yay. That's probably a good 30-minute drive.
Yeah, and that's like the sad thing about it, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like, because there used to be heaps and heaps, right? Back when it was popular. And, like, Dad even used to go to a squash course behind his mum's place. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Just jump the fence. There you go. They're now townhouses. I did top ball there.
Yeah.
And now it's just a house. I'm just like, well, that's a part of my childhood gone.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? It's hard to see it happen.
Yeah.
Even the squash course that Mum and Dad used to work at together in Deer Park, they're gone now.
Yeah, for sure.
Townhouses.
I know.
They're just turning to townhouses, and it's really sad.
Yeah.
It's just like, the only ones that are sort of surviving right now are the ones that are connected to, like, gyms or, like, sport complexes.
Yeah. Yeah, nah, exactly.
So you just have to be, like, a whole indoor sports centre, right?
Yeah.
Or just at least connected to a gym.
Yeah.
With the gym carrying the team.
Yeah, it's interesting because...
It's really sad.
Yeah. I don't know. And
I feel like especially what I want to do, like, throughout even just, like, playing squash and just, with journalism, I want to help make it bigger again.
Yeah, for sure.
That's my mission.
Yeah.
And become world number one at the same time. Because why not?
Yeah, exactly, right? Yeah, no, I don't... It's...
But it's like, even when you did a squash in school, right?
Yeah.
You thought it was like an old man's sport, didn't you?
No, I don't know if I really thought of it like that. Like, I definitely didn't think it was like a young person's thing, though. If that makes sense, in the sense like,
Yeah, and I feel like that's why a lot of young people are not
like
playing
kids it. Like the feel of the court, like, the way the ball comes off the wall, the pace of the if you play with a 2-dot ball, right? Unless you actually know how to properly warm it up, when you drop it on the floor, it only comes back about 2 inches off the ground, right?
Not even.
Yeah, not even, right? And like when I went on there, as like when Dad and I used to go to the squash courts, I don't think I really understood the concept of warming a ball up. I think Dad's concept of warming a ball up was actually like as you're driving down there or something like that, you like keep it warm by putting it in your pocket, sort of thing. It comes out kind of warm.
That's what a lot of the older people do. They keep it in their pockets.
Yeah,
to keep it warm.
Yeah, exactly. But then, I met you and you're like, literally game 1 that we played, where you fucking thrashed me.
Because I'm pro.
I know, there's me just being a fucking novice, and then Maria walks out and she's literally got the ball under her foot, and I'm just like literally watching that like, oh shit, she means business. And then she gets up and then she doesn't even like, you're not even like hitting the ball, like driving it down the wall or anything. You're just going dunk, 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 dunk onto bouncing it on the floor with your racket. And I'm just like, oh fuck, if I try to do this, the ball's going to go everywhere. And sure enough, it did. All I remember was I was so proud of myself because I actually had a rally with you. Like one rally. I lost everything really well. Like, you were serving the ball into the wall. I'm like, this isn't legal. What the...
You're ridiculous.
It really is legal, though. But, yeah, she was being a bitch to me at the time.
I'm just better.
Fuck you. But yeah.
I'm sorry, what's your world ranking? Anyway.
You try and join the Major League, bitch.
You weren't even there.
I will be, don't you worry.
Okay, then start training. Stop skipping on the workout.
It's alright, I'm only trying to pay for all your squash lessons.
Oh my God. No. I don't want to talk to you anymore.
I'm only kidding.
Anyway,
it's the alcohol. Forgive me. If you can't tell, I'm really giggly.
I'm really giggly. Giggles. Anyway, we'll get to AFL.
Yeah, I don't know. Like,
so
I'm just philosophizing.
Okay, let me speak. So
squash.
with the Western, hold on. So with the Western Bulldogs,
yeah,
there's 2 news coming up. So Caleb Daniel is now a life member.
Nice.
Which is, it's very nice.
Isn't he the guy that wears the fucking helmet?
Yeah, short guy.
Yeah.
He's my height.
So's everyone.
You've been doing that all day.
No, it's been great.
No, it hasn't. and in other news, Premiership Bulldog Tom Livtore has locked in at least 1 more year in the red, white and blue. So, he's signed on.
When did that happen? Today?
Yeah.
How do you fucking only just do this, like a week out from the fucking season.
Look, if the AFL can add a medical sub 2 days before the season starts, who cares?
Yeah. Anyways,
So yeah, just some quiet news.
yeah. So,
Oh, did you want to talk about the
what?
the audio being leaked from the coach's box?
Oh yeah, that was gold.
Do you have it? Do you know this?
Let me find this. This is
It was so
great.
stupid. It was like, if I get fired, I still get paid for the rest of the year, right?
Yeah.
It's just kind of embarrassing.
Where is this golden moment?
Is it on Sportsbet?
It was on Sportsbet, yeah.
Okay.
Which
talk
is
about the Instagram
honest,
page.
yeah, the Sportsbet's Instagram page, which is actually gold. Plenty of fucking memes in there. No wait,
It's so stupid.
oh brutal bitch, motherfuckers. Sportsbet. Sorry to refer to you as that, but hey, you haven't sponsored us yet, right? Like, you want nice things said? Sponsor us.
I don't think that's how you get sponsors.
Anyways, yeah, they put out round 1 is just around the corner, and fans can't wait. They've got Geelong. They've got that meme where it's, I don't even know who the hell that is, but he's like pointing to the camera like, and like it's got like the same dude, but like Photoshop Geelong hat in there, then like Demons hat in there. How the hell are Collingwood in there? Piss off. Collingwood fans hat in there, and then they've got someone with a bomber scarf just like smoking a ciggy, just
Sad
being
and
depressed. Anyways, yeah, that wasn't nice. My feelings are hurt.
Grow up.
Where is it? It's actually not there. They must have removed it. Damn it.
I
Bitches.
thought it
Oh,
was-
no, there it is. Right there. Breaking. Leaked audio from Ross Lyon in the Saints coach's box has been revealed. Ross, get off him. I want Zach Dawson on. Oh, sorry, get off him. Get him off.
Get him off.
Get him off. I want Zach Dawson on, the assistant coach. Rossi, we can't think. And Ross, if I get fired halfway through the season, I still get paid out in full, yeah?
That's just horrendous. That's just too funny. Oh my God. How does one let that happen? How?
Like, in all honesty, I think this is just Sportsbet, like, taking the piss, but, like, this is great.
I feel like I didn't hear the audio, but I feel like this was more like a sarcasm.
Yeah, quite likely.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
But like, I feel like people are trying to get into big, but I also just haven't heard the audio.
Yeah, me
Do you know
neither.
what I'm saying? Like,
I don't
they're
even know
trying
if it was really in there or not. Like I say, Sportsbet might just be taking the piss here. Because Sportsbet love to take the piss. Which is why they're fucking amazing. I love you, Sportsbet.
I feel like it was sarcasm.
Quite likely.
'Cause I feel like coaches have that sort of
Oh, yeah,
relationship.
absolutely.
I feel like, with every coach, you sort of have that sort of like relationship where you can be sarcastic with them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't think a coach would purposely say that to me.
What are you talking about?
You're funny. Anyway, did you want to do because AFL starts next week, did you want to do the
Yeah,
lines?
sure, why not?
Anyways.
Yeah, so we had. By the way, in other AFL news, there's now this thing called the McClelland Trophy. It's to be presented to the best club across, like measured across both the AFL and the AFLW.
So I guess it's if Bulldogs finish first in both competitions, we get it right, basically.
Guess so, yeah.
Come on, boys and girls.
Yeah. I think this is just the AFL's attempt to try and be just a bunch of little bitches sucking up to...
No, well, I feel like they're sort of trying to do something like PSA. Do you know what I'm saying? Because
Like,
I feel like because AFL and AFLW aren't they under the same same company sort of thing?
Same... yeah, they're both governed by the AFL headquarters, yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I feel like it's a, you know what I'm saying? Like, how men and women's, you have PSA, PSAW, you both play under the PSA organization, right?
Mm.
So it's like, I feel like that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to make it more fair, more even, and I guess it's just like and it's just a company thing that they're doing.
Like, I don't...
Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Like,
I don't know what I'm trying to say.
No,
but,
I get it. I think it's just a waste of time, though. Like, I think they're trying to make this, like, engaging to, like, you know, the club members and stuff like that, you know. Like, you're a Western Bulldogs fan and...
Yeah, so you want both teams to do well, but, like, what happens if... Oh, there is all 18 teams on both sides. It's like, what happens if you don't have a women's side? Then you're kind of just, like, ineligible to...
Yeah, what happens when Hobart joins and they don't have a women's team?
Disqualified.
Yeah. And this year, the McClellan Trophy goes to Hobart. Wait, what? They didn't even get there. What the fuck, man?
Oh, you know what I just heard on TikTok?
What?
I don't know the full story, but, like, a girls' basketball team won a basketball competition, but they were playing against boys.
Okay.
And they got first, but they got their trophies taken away because they're not male. I'm just like, I feel like that's stupid because especially for girls, when they want to be better, they play against men because men are more
just
challenging.
athletically.
Yeah, right? So I just feel like it's a bit stupid.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't hear this, but yeah. No, like, I can't... I get it at the same time.
Happen because, like, especially, like, sometimes, like, in squash, some of the better girls play in the boys' division, right?
Yeah, but that's not a PSA thing, though.
Yeah, but, like, it's junior sport. Like, I don't think it's stupid.
Yeah,
Do you know what I'm saying? I feel like if girls can win against boys, good on you.
Yeah, honestly. Look, and I hear a lot of the stuff, like, from conservative things online and whatever, about, like, especially when, like, especially the US women's soccer team. Do you remember hearing that thing about the women's US soccer team who played, like, a bunch of, like, high school boys or something and they got thrashed or something like that? And then it was all this argument about, equal pay for women and men and all this crap, blah, blah, blah.
But I feel like you had to remember that.
But you lost to a high school team and shit like that. Like, it makes sense to me like that. Like, I don't think you can just put a bunch of random girls on a team if they can't meet a standard. Do you know what I mean? Like, there has to be a standard in order for you to actually even qualify.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, but I feel like I guess, there's always, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but it's like,
but
men...
I don't actually, but the thing is, I've only ever heard that. Like, to me, it's all, that story, that women's soccer team thing, that thing is just, I don't really know all the details. I don't know if that is actually even true or any of that sort of shit. I've just heard it being said. So it's basically just gossip that I'm talking at this point, right?
But I feel like you can't forget that, like, men are better athletically than women.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
I
feel like you had to factor in that too. And I feel like probably because of the age, they're older, they probably thought it'd be easier too. Do you know what I'm saying? You have to think about that too. There's so many circumstances. I feel like it's a bit embarrassing if it's true, but, like, at the same time,
But, like, and, like... Yeah, and I think a lot of...
It's like, I'm playing 15-year-old, it's going to be easy.
Yeah, and I feel like there's a lot of men that will say, like, particularly when it comes to female sports, it's like, like the women's soccer thing, they go, oh, well, they all lost to a bunch of, like, 14-year-old boys or something like that. I'm like, if that's true, then that's just embarrassing, right?
No, yeah, for sure.
That's, like, just truly embarrassing. Like, if you're part of the women's soccer team, you actually did lose... Feel ashamed of yourself. That's pretty shit. But
can I be real? How serious do you think that they were taking it? Do you know what I'm saying?
Oh, and exactly at the same time.
There's also to that point. Like, do you think there's so many? Like, when you play games like this, it's hard to determine.
I know, and then I think there's a lot of men, like, especially, like, really conservative, but not just conservative. There's also, like, really, like, chauvinistic men that will say that bring that point up. And they go, they kind of try to demoralize women's sport, like women in sports. And I don't really like that.
I feel like it happens to me too sometimes, because especially when I played men, they don't like losing to women for some reason. I'm just like, they get so mad about it, and I'm just like,
I don't mind losing to a girl. It's when I lose because I played like shit.
Yeah,
But,
but
like-
like, do you know what I'm saying? I'm just like, I won because I'm better. Like, it has nothing to do with my sex.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
No, if I play my best and someone beats me, I just go, cool, you beat me. Like,
But
I need to be
exactly,
better.
I feel like
I need to be better. I don't give a shit
like,
if you got a dick or you don't.
like, do you know what I'm saying? It's like we don't see women getting upset because I lost to a man, right?
Yeah,
But
exactly.
it's only ever men get upset that they lose
Yeah,
to a woman.
yeah.
I'm just like it's really just a stupid concept. Just be better next time.
Yeah, for sure.
Don't be shit.
But yeah, and like I think there's a lot of men that, you know, that basketball one that you talked about, how the girls' trophies got taken away. Like, I feel like if you didn't cheat in any sense, like you weren't like an under 8, you know, like you weren't like 18-year-old girls playing like 14-year-old boys or something.
Apparently,
like,
the
you know,
girls were
like,
like 2 years older, but I feel like it doesn't make a difference.
It might, just depending if, like, you know, one's strictly under 14s, one's strictly under 16s, sort of. Do you know what I mean?
Do you know what I'm saying? But I just feel like, you know what I'm saying? Then you come back to the biological factor. Do you know what I'm saying? That like,
I know, but I think when you're in the teenage years, like, I think, like, 2 years, like, that really does separate quite a lot.
I don't think so, because I feel like, especially like if I played.
Bitch, I've coached a bunch of under 14s and I've coached a bunch of
But
under
it's like,
16s. Under 16s can play.
Hold on.
Under 14s still don't know shit.
I feel like especially for me, like, you know, like I know I started late, but like I feel like if I played against like under 15 boys, I'd get thrashed. But I feel like a year younger, I feel like I'd be evenly matched. When I started playing, do you know what I'm saying? I feel like,
Yeah, no.
I guess everyone's also puberty is weird.
Yeah. But no, like, if it was, like I say, if it was literally like 14-year-old girls basketball team playing 14-year-old boys basketball team and the girls beat them, guess what? You fucking beat them, and you boys, if you fucking lose to them, feel embarrassed.
Like, honestly, I feel like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like it's easier for men to win against women than it is for women to win against men. So it's just because biologically, right? It's just a biological fact.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm not saying that women are weaker. I'm just saying athletically.
No, yeah, this doesn't mean that women are weaker. It just means that athletically, men just their reactions are generally just a little bit more controlled, a little bit like faster, things like that, right?
And I feel like if you get that with a lot of women's sports, I feel like the resources for men are better than for women in a lot of sports, like especially AFL. There's not you don't have the same like training academies, right? Do you know what I'm saying? For like 7 years ago, there wasn't all this sort of pathway for women to play.
Bitch, there's hardly even like a pathway for baseball. Like, I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm not talking about all sports, but like you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. I feel like like there was hardly ever a pathway for women to play AFL until like 7 years ago, and even when AFLW just started, they took girls from other sports to join. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's not like they spent the whole life trying to become AFLW players.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? And I feel like now that's happened, there's going to be more girls younger girls that will start young and then work their way up. And I feel like because of that, the skill set will get better because at least they're dedicating their life to it. You know what I'm saying?
No, I get you.
I don't know how we end up talking about women's sport all the time. It just sort of happens.
I know. Well, I mean, you know, I want to, you know, I don't want to be like this sort of conservative-minded dude that's like talking about, you know, trying to keep women out of sports. You know, like, women should be in the kitchen, you know, cooking meals.
Stupid. If you were like that, I wouldn't be dating you.
Yeah, honestly, I wouldn't be dating me either.
That's too funny.
But I think this thing with the AFLW and AFL, this new trophy thing, I think this is just stupid. I think it's a thing for the AFL trying to make all these members proud of their club, and they go, "Oh, well, we'll just pay attention to this new trophy that's going to come." I don't think members are going to give a shit about a new trophy.
I do, and I'm a member.
Yeah, but you're also a bitch.
No, I quite like it. I feel like it gives you an incentive to win.
No, I don't think it. No, I think the actual trophy itself is what you want to win for.
Yeah, so both sides better play well.
Not this trophy, like the Premiership trophy, the one that you win for winning the grand fucking final.
Okay, but like, just say I feel like because I like soccer too, right? So
This feels like you're getting a participation trophy at the end of the day.
No. So like with the EPL, right? There's no playoffs.
Yeah.
You just whoever finishes first, like wins the league at the end of the season, right? So I feel like this is sort of like a similar thing, but like more like an aggregate between both men's and women's. Does that make sense?
I don't know, because I don't really like soccer.
Anyway, no, I mean that's why I like it, because it's like, oh, you're getting rewarded for finishing like on top, basically. Do you know what I'm saying? I feel like because as a soccer fan myself, I guess I'm kind of used to it. But like, you know, I guess everyone has different emotions and feelings about it. But that's just how I view it.
Yeah, no, I think this is pointless. I think it's stupid. I don't think anyone's going to give a shit about it. You're the only one, but you don't really count because...
Yes, I do.
No, you don't really.
Yes, I do. I matter.
Only in squash, babe.
You meanie.
No.
Yes.
Anyways.
Bully.
No, I just think it's a really stupid thing, but...
I quite like it.
I think it's stupid.
I quite like it. What was it called again? I need to type it in.
Oh shit, what was it? The McClelland Trophy.
McClelland.
MPQVXCRV.
And
You got it yet?
Trophy, sorry.
Do you know how to spell trophy?
Trophy.
Fucking hell. Goodness gracious.
I've been typing all day, anyways. The Wikipedia page was created 39 minutes ago.
Fucking lol.
That's too funny.
It's gold.
So...
Alright, anyways. We're now using...
Hold on. Sorry.
Bloody hell.
So, it was from 1951 to 2022, the Australian Football League awarded a trophy to the best performing club in the home and away season. From 1951 to 1999, the trophy was presented to the club with the highest aggregate points across the three grades of competition who were sanctioned by the VFL, AFL, seniors reserved, and under 19s, with senior wins carrying a higher value. In the 1991, the AFL announced that the under 19s competition would be shut down at the end of the season to be replaced with a separate under 18s competition in Victoria for non-league clubs. So, like, from 1991 to 2022, the trophy was presented to the club that finished the AFL home and away season on top of the ladder, thus merging the trophy with the minor premiership, right? Mm-hmm. So I feel like this is just... It's not really anything different. It's just a new name, I guess.
Fair enough. Ooh. Sorry.
Yeah, it was just including both AFL and AFLW combined. So I feel like they're going to do it. I don't know how it's going to happen, but yeah. Anyway, so...
Anyways.
Lines?
More AFL stuff. So, look at this. There's actually like... I'm on... Ned's, not sponsored. And yeah, just having a look at the Premiership 2023 season markets. So you've got obviously the winner. You are a grub. Seriously, if you're going to do it properly, do it like this.
Sounded like a cow. Okay, good.
Geelong is not winning, I don't think. I don't think Geelong's going to win again. So
let's go Bulldogs!
You are $17 for payout.
Sounds right. Do it.
Oh, ew. Fremantle's above the Dogs? Ew, no way.
That's yeah, because they beat us.
They're not that good, though.
But we still lost to them.
Essendon, 51.
You're finishing 12th.
Bitch, fuck off.
Bulldogs.
Finishing top 10.
7th. No, you're not finishing top 10.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
12th.
Nah.
12th.
Fuck you. Your Bulldogs can finish 13th then.
We'll win the Premiership the year after then.
I have to go Richmond 750. I think they're the winners.
I have a hard time picking winners. Hold on, let me go.
Check it out.
Check it out. Not St Kilda.
Check it out.
Oh, Hawthorn. Put $1 on Hawthorn. It's 101.
Lol. No, do North Melbourne 151, thanks.
I feel like Hawthorn has more of a chance than North Melbourne.
What are you talking about? We got Alistair Clarkson who told everyone that, you know...
You
Yeah.
go for... No, that's not going to help North Melbourne. You can't help a shitty team.
No, because remember there was that little moment in every man's life, and that it's devoted to the Hawthorn Footy Club.
I don't know. I feel like maybe...
St Kilda.
Brisbane.
Oh, fun trivia fact. St Kilda...
Well, I know what you're saying, but I forgot the start.
have the most wooden spoons.
Port Adelaide has none.
Port Adelaide has none, but they've probably only been around for, what, 20 years or some shit?
So Port Adelaide, it's your turn next season.
Who would you go for? You going Brisbane?
Brisbane, yep.
Brisbane.
They had Donkler.
Donkler. The minor premiership, this is just like runner-up, basically. I have no idea. Probably Sydney, I'd say.
And Richmond.
Season handicaps. This is kind of stupid. It's just basically like points.
I'm bored.
Handicaps. What?
I'm bored.
You're bored?
I don't want to do this.
I like the to make or miss markets. So top 8, I like Essendon at 425. Like I have them top 10, but I kind of think they might be able to sneak in an 8th.
Who?
Essendon.
No.
Hey, at 425, I like it.
It's not happening.
And then to miss the top 8, I love this. Melbourne, $4.50. I have them missing the top 8. Sorry, Melbourne fans, but
I don't think so.
I think so. Anyways, let's go through AFL... No, that's round 1 specials. Where is it? Here we go. Awesome. So, they've only got 2 markets, so they don't even have the lines up. Oh, no, they do have the lines. Here we are.
I feel like I can't take round 1 too seriously because it's like... The first 2 rounds... It's just really weird. It's like you're just trying to feel it out, right? That's the beginning of the season. You can't really tell how the season's going to go by the first 2 rounds, I feel like. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like you want your team to do well, but it's just like, it's also just the first round. Relax.
Look, I kind of get it, and it's kind of the same with the NFL as well. But mainly because the NFL... like year in year out is like really so volatile. Like there's probably at least a good 4 to 6 teams that were there last year and they're not there this year, sort of thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it just changes so drastically. Like no one expected Philadelphia to make the Super Bowl. They
stupid
did.
Things have happened. It's like I think one year Sydney were like up there and then they lost the rest of the games and then out of the top 8 and then I think
There's another year when Sydney literally lost like the first 6 games
and then they made it in the top 8. So it's just like I'm not gonna base anything off the first 2 rounds, honestly.
Honestly, no, I get it.
No, it's North Melbourne that was on top and then got out of the 8 because they lost too many in the last. Yeah, no, I'm just like I'm not really like win first round, sure, but like I'm not gonna assume you're gonna make the top 8 because of it.
Yeah. But yeah, I think with these ones...
It's always... First one's always weird.
Yeah, so...
It's always weird.
Anyways, we're going to give our lines, our line picks, provided by Ned's. Not sponsored.
Nice jinx.
Yeah. So the first game that we have is Richmond v Carlton. And
I feel like
Richmond's
Carlton,
home, obviously.
I'm going to pick Carlton.
But
I'm going to be ballsy and pick Carlton.
We're going to go Carlton plus 4.5 points.
Carlton, yeah.
I'm actually going to take Richmond minus 4.5. So there we are. We have one difference. Nice. Oh, we always like to... We did this last year. We like to keep track of who's going to win the most per week.
I just want Bulldogs to win. That's all I
It's
really
bragging
care
rights,
about.
basically. Anyways, then the next game, the Friday game, is Geelong-Collingwood. The line is 13.5 points in the favour of Geelong. What are you going to go?
Okay, the thing is, after premiership, sometimes you get really bad premiership hangovers.
Yeah.
I know that happened with the Bulldogs. It was pretty bad.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's very interesting to see how they go. I'm like really, because like it's a round one, right? So I have no really expectations for any of the teams. Besides Bulldogs to win. But like, it's hard to tell because, right? I feel like Collingwood are probably, I feel like Geelong wants to like make a point saying, "Hey, we can do this twice."
Yeah,
Right,
for sure.
like every other Premiership team. But then Collingwood wants to be like, "Hey, we're here to contend this year." Do you know what I'm saying? I feel like there's a lot to prove on both sides. So
I think from a coaching perspective, I think Collingwood need to really address, like last year, their point differential was basically 50-50. It was pretty shit.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
like, I think Collingwood want to really show that they can win not just close games, but they can really dominate.
Yeah.
So, I think I'm actually going to have to go Collingwood here. I think Geelong win, but 13.5, I think they're going to at least make it close.
I know. I wanted to say Collingwood, but I didn't want to be biased because actually they're like my second favorite team. So
Yeah, no, I think...
So I'm sort of happy you said that. So Collingwood.
No, I think, like, if Collingwood can't fix being, being better than a team that just sneaks by, then like, you can't be a team in the top four with, like, last year they only had like a 101 points point percentage. Like, that's just, you can't be a top four team with that. It's just awful.
Anyways.
And yet they were somehow, but like, you're not really a competitor
It's so
for that.
different. I guess it really depends on the points, right? Points matter.
Yeah, points do matter, right? And that's why Geelong dominated. Their point percentage was like, 160 or something? It was ridiculous. They literally just blew teams out of the water.
Yeah. So next one is North Melbourne
v West Coast. This is going to be a joke.
Oh no, I don't know who to go for West Coast.
I mean,
I don't know.
I'm going to take North. I don't know. I feel like you got to play some young guns, right? Like
Hawthorn Footy Club.
yeah. Sorry, the Hawthorn Footy Club. Yeah, take a minus 5.5. So yeah, North Melbourne minus 5.5.
I'm going West Coast.
You're going to go West Coast? Give them 5.5? All right. Then we've got Port Adelaide and Brisbane. Oh, this is a tight one, apparently. 1.5 points in the favour of Brisbane.
Why am I going for the away team? Brisbane.
Yeah, I'm going to go for Brisbane. I think so.
Donkler.
So wait, how many games have we had different? We've had... I went Richmond, you went Carlton, so that's one game. I went North, you've gone West Coast, that's two. Then we both went Brisbane.
Oh, Melbourne's going to win this.
So Melbourne versus Western Bulldogs.
I don't think we're good enough to beat Melbourne.
11.5. Oh, it's like right on the line,
really
isn't it?
It sounds like you just took a massive shit.
What are you talking about? I did.
Oh my gosh, stop. No, I don't think we're good enough to beat...
I'm taking Bulldogs. I don't really know how to gauge the Bulldogs.
It's either, you know...
I think you're not... I think both these teams are shitter than what people think they are. Sorry. Sorry, babe, you just take a massive shit. So what are you going? You going Melbourne?
No, I don't know. I'm so salty about that grand final. I really want to beat their ass, but I don't think we will. But when it comes to... I don't even know. Okay, Bulldogs.
Alright, we've both gone Bulldogs.
I feel like it's going to be really scrappy.
Yeah, I think it will be.
It's either going to be scrappy or blowout.
Yeah.
By Melbourne.
Yeah.
There's no in between.
No, there really isn't. So we're still at two different choices out of the 9 so far. Next one we've got is Gold Coast versus Sydney. Gold Coast at home. And Sydney are favoured minus 7.5. I would take Sydney.
Yeah. I feel like that just makes logical sense.
I think it's
Gold Coast. I don't really have any high hopes for Gold Coast.
I don't.
They don't inspire me.
No, they really don't. It's just a party city pretending to masquerade as a professional team, basically.
Yeah, it's like, I'm just like GWS, like, and they're my least favorite team, but at least they're inspiring. It's like, yeah, you're a bit of a threat, right? But like Gold
Yeah.
Coast is just there.
I know, it's like, hey, while you're here, hit up some of the clubs, thanks.
Honestly.
GWS v Adelaide.
Oh, GWS.
GWS are favoured 6.5 points.
You need to stop taking massive shit on the couch. There's a toilet for a reason.
I'm going to go Adelaide plus 6.5.
GWS.
Nah, I'm taking... Alright, that's our third different pick.
GWS.
I'm taking Adelaide.
Hawthorn.
Fuck you, Essendon.
Hawthorn.
Oh my goodness, Essendon's favoured. Oh shit, okay. I actually would have thought Hawthorn might have been favoured a bit more.
Hawthorn.
Give me a minute. 9.5 points.
Hawthorn. Hawthorn.
See, I feel like if we do sneak into the top 8, it'll be because we're like Collingwood last year and have like a 101 point percentage.
Okay, I'm going for Hawthorn.
I think I'm probably going to have to go Hawthorn. I don't know if I can swallow 9.5 points.
We could try.
So we're still at 3 different ones. We'll come back to the Hawthorn.
St Kilda and Fremantle.
I have to go Freo, 9.5 points. Freo's favoured 9.5 points.
St Kilda that bad? I feel like they're like a mid team. Like they're not like top 8, but they're not bottom.
I mean, it is Fremantle at St Kilda as well, so.
I mean, I feel like I'm going Saints.
You going to go Saints? Yeah. So that's 4 different picks. Alright, I'm going to change mine to Essendon. I got to back my boys. Let's go Bombers! 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 Count the Dons. Alright, so we have 5 different picks,
yep.
Meaning that there will be a winner at the end of next week. Yee.
Okay. I just want to survive round 1. Because like we're playing Melbourne and I'm going to die. There's going to be tears.
Yeah.
Win or lose, there's going to be tears. I'm so salty. I'm so salty about that grand final.
Yeah, we can tell.
I don't like it. I burn inside when I see the Melbourne Footy Club now. Yeah, so that's how I feel about that. Any more AFL news?
I don't think there is there?
No. Because I have some netball news.
Netball!
Netball! So, the statue of sorry, I need to go back to... So, 4-time Commonwealth Games medalist and 2-time gold medalist Sharrell McMahon has been honoured with the unveiling of bronze statue at John Cain Arena in Melbourne. So, Sharrell McMahon, she played for the Melbourne Vixens. Not Melbourne Vixens, so she used to coach at the Melbourne Vixens, right? So, I need to read you her player profile. So, Sharrell McMahon, netball, carried the Australian flag at the opening ceremony at the 2010 Commonwealth Games in Delhi. McMahon played in 4 editions of the Commonwealth Games, winning 2 gold and 2 silver medals. The youngest member of the team, which won the gold medal in the 1998 Games at Kuala Lumpur. McMahon returned 4 years later to help the Diamonds defeat its title in Manchester, defeating New Zealand in the final. McMahon went on to win 2 silver medals at the Games in Melbourne 2006 and Delhi 2010. Falling to the Kiwis in both matches. So, like, there's a bit of a rivalry between us and the Kiwis, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, a member of 2 World Cup winning teams in 1999, where she shot the winning goal, and again in 2007, McMahon captained the national team during her impressive career and retired as one of Australia's greatest netballers. In 2016, she was inducted in the Athlete Member of Sport Australia Hall of Fame. So,
nice.
like...
Birthplace. Oh my goodness. Bamamwa.
I don't know what that is.
And it's in Victoria. I've never heard of that.
Neither have I. But yeah, no, she's pretty big. So it's good to have a netball statue, right?
Mm.
But like you have a lot at the MCG with cricketers and
Yeah, no, for sure.
as especially there's not really many like women
Women athletes, yeah.
that are
No, for sure.
statues or like I feel like that's very exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially since netball is a sport and all.
Yeah, well, I mean, I feel like it's kind of I don't know why it's taken so long for a netball statue.
Yeah, I know. I don't. It's interesting though.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
but at the same time, like the netball, I don't really know, but I feel like the netball things, like professional netball, has really only become like really quite popular as of late. Don't you feel like maybe like mid 2010 sort of thing?
I guess, but it's like Australia's always been dominant in the netball field.
Yeah,
you know what
exactly.
I'm saying? There's that too. It's like regardless of how popular it is or not, Australia's always been up there.
Yeah, Australia's just.
Do you know what I'm saying? I feel
we
like
kind of have a standard, so.
like we're expected to win everything.
Yeah, really.
Right. So I'm just like I feel like I'm really happy that's happened, but like why did it take so long? Since there's so many netball greats. Do you know what I'm saying? That also to deserve a statue.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And it probably does come back to this idea that, obviously, times are changing sort of thing, and it just comes back to, women's place is in the kitchen, man, So.
I met my fair share of that. Oh, it's sad.
What do you mean? Oh, like you've been told that
Right,
shit?
yeah, no, my grandma, she was like, oh, she shouldn't play sports, she's a girl. It's like, this is stupid. What?
No, I think it's good that girls
This is
play.
the stupidest thing.
The one
ever.
thing I really hate hearing, like especially, it doesn't really matter where it is. Just as you talk to people in general, is like hearing that like girls giving up their sports to pursue education. And I'm just like, no, what the fuck? Do both, right?
You can
Like-
do both. I feel like
But some girls go really all out just for the education, and they burn themselves, especially in Victoria, because obviously, or throughout Australia, because year 12 is so.
it's hectic. I feel like at the end I had to put squash on the
Yeah, on the
back
back
a little
burner.
bit. Yeah, because it was year 12 is just so hectic. Like uni is easier than year 12.
Yeah,
Like
for
that's
sure.
how sad that is. Like they put so much pressure on the kids for no reason.
Yeah, no, it's bullshit. But like, I never did that to myself. I was like, no matter what, through
My
year
mum,
12.
that's what I had an argument with mum about because she wanted me to stop. She's like, I had to focus more on school. It's like,
No,
why can't
I
I
really
do both? Do you know what I'm saying? I feel like you can if you want to.
I truly hate that. That sort of reasoning. That I think it's the worst reasoning ever. Like, for me, when I was doing baseball in high school, like, it's not like I prioritized baseball, but I knew from day one, I'm not giving up my baseball.
I feel like because I feel like for one, I feel like you can always come back to education, but two, sport has a small window.
Yeah, for sure.
And I also just feel like, especially
it's not even really that. Like, like I kind of had plans to go to do college baseball anyways, but I still needed to go through year 12. But I didn't pressure myself to do year 12. I pressured myself. I tried not to pressure myself at all, and I found that playing baseball, or even just training for baseball and stuff like that, it kind of gave me a sense of relief. Like
that's what I was trying to say until you interrupted me.
It was just an escape,
That's what
basically.
I was about to say
Yeah.
until you interrupted me. Thank you very much for that.
I'm sorry. All right, say it.
Okay, yeah, like I was going to say,
Yeah.
I feel like even just the act of playing sport with the stress of year 12 is just a nice break.
Yeah,
From
exactly.
the stress that is year 12, all the drama.
Yeah, I actually think like the way that I approached it
Because I feel like
is probably a little bit different to you, but I actually didn't find myself like overly stressing for that. If that makes sense.
I was dumb, so I had to.
But like, no, I feel like the fact that I allowed myself to escape actually took away stress, right? Like, put it like this, right? If I ended up doing shit, I could have been like, oh, okay, I guess I didn't commit to it enough, right? But at least I would have been glad knowing that it was because of that. Do you know what I mean? Because I kind of knew as well that my life is not going to be dictated by what happens in one fucking year.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
But it's like, I feel like for me, because I did health and human development, and that was you had to learn so many definitions to words, and I really suck
Oh, heaven forbid.
at memorizing shit.
Heaven forbid you have to learn definitions. Heaven forbid you should have to study maths.
I feel like that's easier.
I'm sorry, what?
I think that's well, I mean, I only did further maths, but like, I feel like definitions is harder. I remember numbers better.
There's like no numbers when you get to like methods and spec.
But like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like it's just easier.
Like there actually
for me.
is compared to like university maths, but
But I feel like it's just easier for me, like maths than remembering definitions. I don't know.
maths is definitions.
Yeah, but you don't have to say, "Oh, what's the definition of this word for word?"
Like,
Do you know what I'm saying?
No, I kind of get what you're saying now, but like,
I'm saying, "Oh, what's the definition of
but you still need to know the definition.
What's the definition for what was it?
GMO.
No, what is it? No, it's like the gross income whatever
Tax?
the fuck, something like that.
Yeah.
And give us a definition of that. Give us a definition of this. And it's like, what are the Victorian health missions? So I studied that for the longest time and still don't remember it. Miss said it was on the exam, but it wasn't. I'm just like, Miss, I spent how many hours trying to remember this?
Yeah.
This paragraph of wording, word for word, and it wasn't on there.
Should have turned it into a song.
Oh, I'm so pissed. I'm just like, it was like whole 4 sentences, and I'm just like, you had to do it at least like word for word. That's what she said. You had to do it word for word. I'm just like,
Yeah, whenever FYI, if you're doing year 12 and you're listening to this podcast, anytime a teacher tells you do
just
it word
study
for
everything. Study everything.
No, anytime a teacher tells you do something word for word, it's absolute bullshit.
It was so.
Especially if you do BizMan. That was like the biggest bullshit class I've ever done in my life. That was shit.
Miss made the point of saying that, you know, they were arguing about the exam because it's like, well, if you ask someone that worked at Big House what the missions were, they wouldn't know. So like, why should the students know? And I feel like they must have like made a good point for it to be taken off the exam, but we never got told that. Do you know? So I was still under the impression that I had to know it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? So I was like, you know, good point. I mean, if you ask someone that worked there, they probably didn't know. They probably had to look it up. But like, yeah.
No, and so I guess sort of wrapping this all up. I know we kind of got a bit sidetracked, but I think wrapping it all up, I just kind of hate hearing when girls have given up a sport for education, right? Like, it almost drives me mental. I'm like, what the fuck? Why? And
But it's like, I guess it's sort of, that's how they're, I guess it's sort of so what's more important to them. Do you know what I'm saying? I guess sport probably wasn't as important to them, so.
Yeah, and like,
I feel
yes,
like,
no, I still think it kind of comes back to maybe a bit of that whole very traditional lifestyle, you know, should be a wife and a mother and, you know, live in the kitchen, that
Ew.
shit, you know.
I hate that.
Yeah, so, but, you know, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that at all.
Nothing, but it's just not the lifestyle I want to live.
But I'm just saying, I think...
I'm a woman voicing my opinions here.
I don't think it's beneficial to any girl to give up her sport.
Or just any person in general.
For
honestly.
this theoretical thing that says that this 1 year of your life will be dedicated to the Hawthorn Footy Club.
I can't. No, I'm dead. I'm deceased. I can't. Babe, come on.
That was great, wasn't it?
No. Babe.
Oh, shit, that was great.
You're going for Hawthorn this year? Is this your new favourite team?
No, I'm going for North Melbourne. I just need more moments like that. Like, Alistair, can you please just be golden at the mic from now on? post-game press conference. Just be great. You know, what do you think your team needs to work on, Clarko? Oh, look. You know, he'll be like, oh, well, you know, yeah, we just got to restructure ourselves. You know, I know that our fans are disappointed in the way we played, and it's not the way that we represent the Hawthorn footy. The North Melbourne Footy Club.
No,
It's just going to be great.
Anyways.
But yeah, no, I don't. If you are a student in year 12, considering, or even going into year 12, and you can consider giving up your sport, just don't do that at all. Like, really don't. You've heard Maria's story. She stressed the fuck out. She nearly considered giving it up.
No, I didn't.
I thought you literally just said that.
No, I had to put it on the back burner for exams because I was getting too overwhelmed. I couldn't juggle both
for
of them.
exams. Okay.
Yeah, sometimes, especially in uni, sometimes.
Fuck that.
Sometimes I'll put uni over squash, and the other times I put squash over uni. I feel like there comes certain moments where it's just like it becomes hard to balance both. So sometimes you have to prioritize one over the other.
Yeah.
For just a little bit.
At the very least, I think that shows the difference in university though as well. But like for year 12. Like I say, idea that
play with sports, but sometimes I feel like, especially for me, when it came to exams, I had to prioritize my schooling a little bit over squash. I still did squash, but just not as much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I know at the
whatever
end of the day,
works for you, right? I feel like you had to figure out how to balance it.
I've just seen like far too many girls giving up their sports and just focusing on education, and they'll turn to tutoring for help, and they just go, oh, you know, I'm so stressed. I'm like, well, you gave up your fucking sport. It's like, what did you expect? Like, just don't give up your sport, really. You know, like, it's funny watching the dance mums shit, like, all the dance mums
that's so funny.
The dance mums are practically saying the exact same thing as me. Like, give up a sport if you're not interested in it. Right?
Yeah, if you're not interested, then like, okay, cool.
Yeah, parents, coaches or whatever should not force you to do something that you're not interested in, right? But if you actually enjoy playing the sport that you play,
just keep at it, man.
Yeah, don't give it up. Even I really hate this make-believe idea that year 12 is the most important thing in your life, and everything that follows in your life is dictated by this 1 year. Like, that's just bullshit.
I feel like it's also too, at VC, is a bit stupid, because I want you to pick your subjects for the job you want, but it's like, I know so many people that have changed their degrees. Like, no one really fully knows at that age what they want to do.
Right,
if you do, good for you.
Here comes a massive VCE rant / ATAR rant.
ATAR's stupid.
It is, but the most ridiculous shit of all is, it's actually now year 9. It used to be year 10 when I was doing it. Year 10, come the end of year 10, you could drop maths, but you still have to do English. But that wasn't the other way around. And for a maths person like me, I'm like, this is bullshit. This is like discrimination, bitch. Like, I want to just do maths and science and all this shit. I don't want to.
I know, but you need, but for every single degree, you need a good study score for English.
But I don't want to do English. I hate English. And everyone goes, oh, well, when am I ever going to use maths? Right? And that's why they get rid of it. Because they figure you've got to always learn English. It's like bullshit.
Yeah, but it's like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like they do that because every uni requires you to have at least a study score of 25 in English. Do you know what I'm saying? It's just a prerequisite for every single degree out there.
Don't know if that's actually true or not.
No, it is.
I don't think it is.
It is, because even for accounting, it was English 25.
I don't think it is.
It was, yeah.
I don't think it is.
No, it is. It really is.
We'll check later. Anyways, but
that's the bare minimum that uni is looking for, is a study score of 25. And that's why my brother didn't get into his psychology degree, because he got 50.
I'm surprised that I got 25 for English because I was that shit at it. I was convinced I was going to get like a 15. Probably not even that. I was kind of convinced I was going to get like a 10 to 15 or something.
I'm an accidental genius. I never knew what I was doing in English, but I bullshitted so well that I got like a 28. Just bullshit. I was like, I don't know, but I feel like this sounds right. I think this is what the teacher wants. Right?
Yeah, that's all. It is all bullshit.
This became a sports podcast. It kind of turned into a school rant.
Yeah. I know. Hey, we're still young. We're still bitter.
I'm in my second junior degree, fam.
Yeah. So. Anyways.
At least it's sports journalism, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. It's related, right? I don't really know how maths is that well integrated into sports, but
well, I mean,
obviously,
there's a lot of stats.
Yeah,
a lot of stats in sports. I feel like they hire mathematicians for that.
Yeah, no,
be a sports
not really. You just put it into a fucking computer at this point.
Yeah, but like cricket, the Australian cricket team hires mathematicians.
Yeah.
To do the stats for them.
Oh, that's just weak.
No, like they really do, and then they present them on slides, like in team meetings. Like it's a whole thing. Everyone's needed at this point, honestly. Everyone's part of the team.
Oh goodness. Anyways, so
I mean, sports bet. That's a lot of.
Yeah, no, I really want to get into some sort of mathematical applications to sports betting. So that'd be awesome. Anyways, that's another rant for another day.
Yeah, we've already talked for like over an hour.
I know, it's been great, hasn't it?
We got sidetracked so many times.
I know, but I know.
So bad.
Maybe it's just because it's so late in the evening and we're both kind of a bit
That's
pissed
true.
off
I'm
with
also
shit.
tired. I feel like if we listen back to this, it's gonna be horrendous.
It almost certainly will. That's why.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, we apologise. We can't say in advance anymore. So like we advance. No.
We had advance Australia.
Oh, fuck me. Anyways, moving on to the NFL now.
Ugh.
So, in order to just sort of recap a couple of things from the NFL.
Boring.
Wow, thanks. Bitch.
You do the same to me when it's cricket.
Yeah, I know, because it's fucking boring.
I disagree.
The NFL, obviously, there isn't a whole lot happening at the moment. The Combine's just happened. I'm still yet to watch that, so I'll probably try and give a bit of an update on the NFL Combine in next week's episode of this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
But in terms of AFL trade news and things... Did I say AFL? Sorry, I've had a whole can of... What have I had? Cola and whiskey. An Aussie blend.
Okay, because we Aussie.
Aussie.
Oi.
Yeah, in terms of NFL trade news, there's been a couple of things happening. So NFL. Lamar Jackson of the Baltimore Ravens. He's actually received a non-exclusive franchise tag. That is probably the funniest thing I've heard is a non-exclusive franchise tag. And it's also funny because I think that if you're Baltimore, you need Lamar Jackson. He's so good. I didn't really expect him to be so good first year in. And everyone was sold that he was the best. I was like, I don't think so. And sure enough, they lost to the Titans. I did not expect them to lose to the Titans. I thought they'd lose to the Chiefs, but they lost to the Titans. So
Cool story.
Yeah, go me. I kind of saw that happening. But I think as of late, he's really shown an absolute growth in terms of just his skill on the field. It's he's been a tremendous athlete on the field. And now we've got, in other news, Geno Smith the quarterback for the Seattle Seahawks, who I truly expected to be an absolute flop of a team. I did not expect that. I thought it was going to be a rebuilding team, honestly. Geno Smith has re-signed. I think he signed a 3-year contract, like 110 or something. What was it? Did it say anything?
Can I be honest? When you talk about NFL, I kind of turn off.
Yeah, I know.
'Cause I have no idea what
3-year, $105 million deal.
Okay.
How about that?
Give me some money.
Yeah.
I still have to email to get my prize money. It's been 2 weeks past tournament.
Goodness. Yeah, do that tomorrow, okay?
Yeah, I will.
Derek Carr has signed with a new team. He was originally with the Raiders. He's now gone to the New Orleans Saints. And I think this is going to be quite interesting to see because...
I'm sorry, I'm being a bitch, but it's because I'm tired.
I know. I'm trying to make a quick summary of what's happening. So, bear with me, okay? Bear with.
Do my best.
Oh, yeah, you're cute, baby. You're cute. Derek Carr, he signed with the Saints. I think this will be interesting. I think the Saints are going to have some interesting personnel this year. I think, obviously, Derek Carr at quarterback. They've got... I'm kind of assuming that Michael Thomas is going to return to the Saints, but we'll wait and see. At the very least, they've got Chris Olave, who proved himself to be just a tremendous wide receiver athlete last year. And they've also got Alvin Kamara at running back. So I think there's a lot to like about the New Orleans Saints going forward as well. And then this has been the weirdest one of the lot. Daniel Jones has been extended. He's got a 4-year contract worth $160 million. I don't know if I would have...
athletes getting paid millions and then squash players are just saying...
Yeah, honestly. Honestly.
What about me?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I probably wouldn't have made that move if I was in the building for the New York Giants. I probably... I kind of see where Daniel Jones is athletic, but in terms of being a quarterback, he's just so rough around the edges. Some games you watch him and you go, okay, that was a really good game. Then there's other weeks you go, oh God, I can't even watch this. This is ugly. Mm-hmm. Some weeks he can have...
That's the Bulldogs every single week. We play ugly.
Some weeks he can run himself in for 2 touchdowns and you're like, that was awesome. And then there's other weeks where he throws 4 or 5 picks and you're like, oh, for fuck's sakes, piss off. And then also for the Giants, Saquon Barkley is franchise tagged. So I'm kind of surprised that they franchise tagged Saquon, but hey, at least you get him for another year, right? So, no, I think Saquon's just way too good of a running back to just not even, yeah. And Josh Jacobs has also been franchise tagged. I think this is one probably a bit smarter. Still a young player.
I don't know what any of this means.
So, yeah, maybe we'll talk about franchise taggings in depth if our audience feels like they need a bit of a detailed breakdown of what a franchise tag is.
I don't know what this means. It could mean you could tell me anything right now and I'd believe you.
Yeah. So, franchise tagged, it means that they stick franchise tags on the back of their jerseys. You know how your mum's...
I'd hit you right now, but I'm tired.
You know how your mum always, made you wear a shirt and if your tag was hanging out, she'd go, oh, put the tag in for fuck's sake. Did your mum ever do that to you? Mum always did that to me. My tag was always hanging out.
Sometimes wear my shirt inside out.
But I think this is a better one. I think Josh Jacobs is still kind of a young, emerging player in the NFL. I think he's had some... Last 2 years have been phenomenal for him, so I think this is the right move. And also Tony Pollard for the Dallas Cowboys has also been franchise tagged. I think this one's an interesting one. I think I'm not sure really if Dallas knows what they have at running back. I think I like Tony Pollard a lot more than Zeke, but I think at the end of this year you need to make up your decision. Do you get a new running back or do you keep Tony? And I think
Both.
Yeah, I don't. I'm not really impressed with Zeke, to be honest. So, and also last but not least, Evan Ingram, the tight end for the Jags, he's also been franchise tagged. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure, if I recall correctly, I think Evan Ingram led the Jags for most receiving touchdowns, I think, if I recall correctly, last season. So, I think that's certainly a wise move. Give Trevor his, favourite target in the end zone. Heaven forbid if you give him up, well, you're not going to get any points then, right? So, that's basically the latest and greatest in terms of the NFL news for trades and things of that nature.
So, netball season starts next week.
Moving on to netball.
Yeah, I need to say that before I forgot, because we do start next week. As far... I don't know what's happening. I need to look at the Sun Cup Super Netball.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, when I do Sun Cup Super Netball, I spell super with 2 P's.
So the Sun Cup Supper Netball.
Fixture.
So I think the Vixens will sit at this table. Oh no, sorry, that's for the Supper Netball, not the...
Anyway, so we play Fever first of all. That's over there.
Ill.
I know, it's disgusting. Round 2.
So what's happened with... Because as far as I'm aware, Vixens have re-signed all their players. What about some of these other teams? Have there been any trades or anything? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah?
There's been some changes, yeah.
Okay, so what about the Fever? Do they still have Fowler?
As if you're going to get rid of Fowler.
Honestly, really.
Gosh. That's a dumb question. No, honestly, no. I'm very ashamed you asked me that question.
No, I just had to know because I haven't heard any news. But I would,
No,
if they had have, I would have been like, dumb.
So you don't trade Fowler. Anyway, no.
I know, when her eye level is literally at the level of the fucking
She's
basket.
like, what, 197?
I thought you said 198.
198 centimeters tall?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just like, why would you get rid of that height? She's unstoppable because of her height, right?
Yeah, honestly.
Like, I can't... It's like... It's like me trying to, like... play AFL, right? I'm not gonna get the ball. Everyone's gonna jump higher than me. Then there's no point. Anyways, yeah. Anyway, yeah. So we play Fever first up.
Mm-hmm.
So some bragging rights because we lost them in the grand final. So I'm very salty. So we obviously want to win. You know what's funny? We just lost to Fever in the final, but the final that we got into previously, we won against them.
Yeah.
So we've won a grand final, and then we've lost a grand final to Fever.
Mm.
It's bizarre. So, yeah. Anyways. I feel like we definitely have a lot to prove. I feel like we definitely want to win this one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know. You don't want to lose...
The grand final and then the first round.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
just embarrassing.
Yeah. If you're going to lose, though, you kind of want it to at least be close, though.
I think we lost by 11 points in the
that's...
grand final.
Yeah,
we were just too strong. I feel like, because we were minor premiers, right? And then we sort of lost, and then we sort of scraped through. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't really convincing.
Yeah.
But I'm happy we got there.
Nah, for sure. Yeah, no, I don't know. I think, yeah, it'll be interesting. That's for sure. If you're gonna lose, you just at least lose by 1, right? Like you need it to be close.
Yeah. Talk about close games. We talk about the Pittsburgh Penguins early today. Little dumb shits. Anyway, so who do we even play? I don't even know. But we're
Wasn't
like,
it the Islanders?
I think so.
I think it was
like,
the Islanders.
We
Yeah.
were winning. 3-0.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other team, which is probably the Islanders, yeah, it was, came back.
In the
No,
third.
sorry. So it was 2-1, and then we were leading by 3-1, and the Islanders came back
In the third.
with like a minute to spare,
Yeah.
and then lost into like the first minute of overtime, and just like. When you're already like 3-0, you should just pull the goalie. Go big or go home. Like honestly,
Yeah, really.
Like why waste 1 minute of overtime?
Yeah.
Like honestly, no, dumb asses. I'm so mad at you guys. Not that you're ever gonna hear this, but come on.
They might just get a big enough audience. So.
Yeah, bitches. But yeah, I'm mad. This year, I feel like I feel like the play should have been to pull the goalie.
Yeah.
I'm very serious about this. I stand by that.
Yeah. No, I mean, look, I know what you're
No,
saying.
because it's like, why take it to overtime? Why? Why waste your time to take it to overtime?
The points.
You go a singular point. That's why we're in the wild card position and not in the conference position. Keep on going to overtime and not winning.
Yeah, who wants to be the wild card when you could either be in the conference?
I want to win the conference.
Or just lose.
I want to be like the top of the conference, okay?
Yeah.
I don't want to be wild card. Okay, we do this too often, right? We scrap all season to get wild card position, and then we lose first round. Like, be better, please.
Yeah.
That's my rant. Yeah. Sorry. That's my.
Hey,
gossip for the day.
nothing wrong with a good rant.
Oh my god. Sometimes, like, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's just like, you stress me out so much. Stop it. Anyways. Can we talk about how our name is the Daily Sub of M&M's, but we upload weekly?
Yeah.
You understand that, Stu?
It's engaging.
It's false advertising.
Nah.
Anyways,
that it for
that is
sports
it
this week?
for this week. Yes.
Alright.
I need to sleep.
Yeah. Big day, big week still ahead of us, but and so yeah, hopefully next week we'll have a few concepts such segments to include going forward, and and obviously the AFL will be back and we can host our bragging rights, and we all know that you're clearly going for myself to get that W. So, anyways, with that being said, we will leave it there for this week. So yeah, join us next time for your next serving of M&Ms.